Hi, Tommy.
Hello.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yep.
Just to get us started, I know it's been a few months since you re-signed with the team, but I'm hoping you can just kind of give us your some insight into what went into that decision to re-sign with the Revs.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple decision, to be honest. As soon as I got up here, I felt very comfortable in the area. Felt very comfortable and welcomed into the team, and with the players, a great group of guys, and the coaching staff. They understood me as a player and a person, which is important because they were able to ask me to do things that I felt comfortable with, and not ask me to do things that I don't think really suit my strengths. And ultimately, the place where the club is at in terms of the resources we have available, the new training facility we built, all the people that are employed by the club that we work with on a day-to-day basis, the players, the coaching staff, et cetera, we're in a place to compete for championships. And, we showed that last year, and we were a step away from being in the final. And we feel like this year that we can make that last leap and have a chance to win something.
Okay, great. For our first question, we'll go to Jeff Lemieux from RevolutionSoccer.net.
Hey, Tommy, it does feel like there are kind of two phases of preseason. You had those 3 weeks in Foxborough, and now it feels like things shift a little bit as you come out to LA, and obviously you've got some games on the schedule. So, from a player's perspective, how do things kind of shift now as you come out to LA for these next couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's good. We had a good first, part of the preseason at home. It was kind of nice, I think, to be at home for especially guys with families and stuff like that, new guys coming into the team to kind of get adjusted, figure out where they're going to live, et cetera, what the area is like. So it was good. We accomplished a lot, I feel like, in that first little part. And now, we're excited to get out here as a team to be able to go and compete against the Galaxy 2, LAFC. It'll be really good for us to see where we stand at this moment in time. We feel like we're in a good place, and we feel like, physically and tactically we're in a good place. But once we, play against these other teams, hopefully we'll be able to learn a lot from that.
All right, next we go to Rich Thompson from the Boston Herald.
Tommy, I like the clean look.
Thank you.
Now, just real quick, when you have these friendlies like this, I mean, you're trying to prove yourself in practice, but is this the areas, the stage where you can really show what you can do for Bruce Arena?
Yeah, of course. Every time you go and take the field and compete against somebody else in training, and especially in these friendly games, and then, of course, come the regular season, it's an opportunity to showcase yourself. And you need to take advantage of that because you only have so many opportunities in the space of your career. And so, guys are really excited about it. We're excited as a group to be able to go and compete against other guys. Obviously, there's a lot of competition in the team across the board, which is really good. It's gonna push guys further along, and it's going to help the team as a whole as we go through this season. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And next we go to Elizabeth Bahota from RevolutionSoccer.net.
Hey, Tommy. My question's twofold. First off, how was the first day of training in LA today? And then what's been the message from Bruce Arena as you guys are looking for that first preseason game this weekend?
Yeah, it's, the first day's been good. It was a little cool today. A little colder than we thought it would be. Not cold, but cool. But it was good. We got out on the training field this morning, get the travel out of our legs a little bit, get to play, and work off that travel day and the day off yesterday. And we haven't discussed too much the game on Saturday. I think starting tomorrow morning, we're going to focus more on that. And obviously, it's an opportunity. It's going to be important for us to kind of be able to show as a group that we understand our principles of play, what we want to do with and without the ball, and so it'll be important to kind of showcase that.
And next we go back to Jeff Lemieux.
Tommy, the full schedule came out yesterday, and while you still do play mostly Eastern Conference teams, it is a little bit more varied than it was last year. Nobody you're playing 6 times in a row or anything like that. So just want to get your thoughts on kind of the schedule for 2021 and seeing a few more opponents than you did last season.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think it's very interesting that we're almost exclusively playing in our own conference. I think it's going to make the season even more competitive. Last year, obviously, we basically played only in conference, but there was only so many games with the limited season. So this time to play basically 96% of the schedule, whatever, in your conference, it's gonna be a dogfight, I think, because obviously when you're playing against all the teams in your conference, if you're winning games, you're taking points for yourself, but you're also taking points away from those other teams you're competing with in terms of getting into the playoff spots. In a normal season, you play the Western Conference teams, and you don't really know what you're going to get. Maybe you catch a Western Conference team on a midweek. They need to travel across the country. They may rotate the team, things like that. Now it's going to be much more difficult because we're only playing in conference teams, and every game only basically becomes almost like a 6-point game.
All right, we'll go back to Rich Thompson.
I mean, when Bruce brought you in last August, did he kind of give you a defined role for you, and we were able to expand on that role over your 13 starts and into the playoffs?
Yeah, when we came in, we discussed, he felt like I could kind of play a couple of different roles in the midfield. And, when I first arrived, I played a little bit we played a couple of different formations, figuring things out as well, but played a little bit as, wide in a diamond, as a number 10, and then kind of eventually settled in a little bit deeper in the midfield. I feel comfortable in all those spots, and he understood that, and it was just kind of what was best for the team. And, we'll see what it looks like moving forward this year. I can play in the midfield, depending on the formation, can kind of play as a wide player that plays inside or as a 10 if need be. So, it's part of, I think, my strengths a little bit is that there's some versatility.
Okay, Tommy, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.